Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach, episode 101. Again, just going through the routine like normal and listening to something I've listened to a few times in the past. I came across it again today, and I just wanted to share this with you. It kind of relates to what I shared with Morning Mr. Graham with you guys yesterday on the 100th episode. If you didn't check that out yet, go back and check it out. It's really important, good stuff. But Admiral McRaven, all right, Admiral McRaven. You don't know who he is. Again, I kind of touched on it a few times already. But you can just YouTube Admiral McRaven and then put in leave audience speechless. So he got a pretty good speech there. And man, there's so many good parts to the speech that relates to so many things in life. So I'm going to go over a couple of them. But what the thing is, he kind of gets at the whole purpose of the speech is, like, if you want to change the world, like the world around you, your own personal world, your own atmosphere, and also just make the world a better place, don't ring the bell. So if you're familiar at all with the Navy SEALs, they have a bell. And you ring this bell when you want to quit. And when you ring that bell, you take your helmet off, and they collect the helmets of all the people that quit, and they leave them on the ground by the bell. And it's over. You don't no longer have to endure the pain. It's over. You don't have to go through the obstacle courses. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. You don't have to do the runs. You don't have to go through all the, torturous things that they put you through to make you quit. All you got to do is walk up and ring the bell, and it's over, and you get to go home and live your comfortable life. So that bell is a symbol of obviously quitting. So in this speech he's giving, he's talking about these different scenarios that they put all these Navy SEALs through, or people that they're trying to become a Navy SEAL. And it's really crazy. Like, it's just one of those things, like, where they are purposely trying to make you quit, okay? And he relates that to, like, life. Like, life is purposely, and people, okay? Like my episode yesterday on betrayal, people and the things around you are purposely trying to make you quit. Life is trying to make you quit and ring that bell. So let me give you a few examples of what he was talking about. So obviously in the SEALs, you got to have your uniform pressed and your belt polished and your hat starched, okay? And he's talking about, it doesn't matter how great, how awesome you starch everything to a perfection, the drill instructors are going to find something wrong with it no matter what. And when they find something wrong with it, even if there's nothing wrong with it, okay, no matter how great of a job you do it, right, they're going to find something wrong with it on purpose. And as a result of them finding something wrong with it, they make you run into the water in full uniform and then come out and then roll around in the sand until your body's completely covered in sand. And what they call that is the sugar cookie. Okay, if you know what a sugar cookie is, and it looks like sand, right? You have to stay like that the rest of the day, cold, wet, and full of sand, because your uniform wasn't pressed correctly, your hat wasn't starched right, and your belt was not polished. And he said there's a lot of individuals that quit because they didn't understand the purpose of the drill. The purpose of the drill was to try to make you quit. Like, it doesn't matter how good you try to do it, like, there's something going to be wrong with it, and that's life. And that's what he says. He goes, that relates to life. Like, doesn't matter how good a person you are, how good you try to do certain things for other people, or how things you try to do good things in life. Like, life isn't fair. It's going to find something wrong, and you're going to have to deal with that. And he said, so individuals would actually quit and ring the bell because they just didn't understand and could wrap their head around the purpose of the drill. Like, this is, and he said, the instructors would not allow you to succeed. You were never going to succeed. So you had to understand that in your mind. Like, it didn't matter how hard you try, you were never going to succeed. They weren't going to let it happen, okay? So if you got that through your head, you would go forward. And if you didn't, then you quit, right? So same thing with life. Like, if you don't understand that life is going to be hard, you're going to quit. things are purposely coming your way on purpose to make you quit. And if you don't understand that, that's what you'll do. You'll stay on the couch and just give up, okay? And that's it. So don't do that. The other one he gave a great example they call it the circus. And he said what it is they put you through all these obstacles and these things, and there's standards, there's times you have to meet. And if you don't meet these standards and these times, then you have 2 hours of calisthenics that you have to do on top of what you already did. And what happens is your name gets put on a list. Okay, so basically you get put on blast, like you didn't meet the requirements, and your name doesn't go like on a wall of fame. It's more like a wall of shame kind of thing. And he said what happens is because you had to do 2 hours extra of calisthenics, normally the following day, you're so tired and fatigued, most likely you'll make that list again and have to go through the circus again. He goes, but those individuals that stayed with it and didn't quit and had to keep going through this circus got stronger, built inner strength, just become more mentally tough. And he goes, life is filled with circuses. Again, that's just the way life works. Once you have a better understanding of this, like what I'm trying to have a better understanding, which I have a way more better understanding of how life works compared to like maybe in my 20s or even 30s, I understand that life is going to suck. So I can handle it better. I still have tough times dealing with certain things, but at the end of the day, I know that it's there to test me. It's there for a reason. Like sometimes you don't understand that reason, but it's there, right? So the circus, they put you through this circus and they make you go through these things, and it just builds inner strength, or you'll quit, you'll ring the bell, right? So that's the sugar cookie, and then we have the circus, and then he's talking about the mud flats. 15 hours of freezing cold, howling winds, and he was telling his story where one of his someone in his crew did something wrong, so they actually had to walk into this mud. Okay, it's cold, it's muddy, all the way down into where it was just their head sticking out of the mud, and they had to stay there, like I said, for 15 hours. And he said you could hear like teeth chattering, all this stuff like that. And the drill instructors told him, hey, look, if 5 students quit, you guys can come out of the mud. If only 5 students quit, you can come out of the mud. So of course, no one wants to come out of the mud. They want to come out, but no one wants to be those 5 individuals that come out. So he said someone started singing, and then someone else started singing. He said it sounded horrible, totally off tune, but eventually they all started singing to take their mind off of the conditions that they were in. And the instructors also threatened them like, hey, look, if you don't stop that, we're going to add extra time to you staying in that mud. So anyways, they didn't listen. They just kept singing. And that was his message. Like, hey, look, when life is sticking you in a position like this, you got to sing. You got to do something to take your mind off of the conditions that you're in, so that you can numb it, so that you can continue going where you need to go. So just like really good stuff, man. Like he's talking about, like, at the end of it, it's like, it's like life is not fair. You'll fail, and you'll fail often. And there's going to be things there that are purposely put there to test you, to see if you want what's on the other side. Again, it just relates to the message yesterday. People, things, life, lost loved ones, lost pets, lost whatever, relationships. Just name something that you've been through. It's there for a reason to make you ring the bell. Okay, so have you rang the bell already? Are you going to ring the bell? Are you in that position right now where you're just about to give up on life and just ring the bell and quit? Or are you going to endure these conditions that you're in and fight your way through it and finish it out and become someone that can change not only the atmosphere around you, but also the people around you and the world around you? Again, that's the purpose of like these videos. Like for me, a good motivation for these videos was I just got tired of listening to or seeing things on Facebook or the news. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's CNN or Fox, doesn't matter if you're right or left, it's all negative. Okay, I don't see anything positive on the news from either side. It's just what it is, because I watch both. And on Facebook, it's mainly negative. Like if you go to my page, someone said something about that already. Like, man, if you go to my page, my personal page, it's all dogs and jujitsu and like positive quotes or positive things. That's it. That's it. There's no negative stuff on my page. Like, you just won't find a negative statement or a post or a thread or share some kind of political thing pushing an agenda one way or the other, like trying to get you to go to one side or the other or go against another side. It's dogs and jujitsu, man, and positive quotes. That's it. That's my life. Like, that's how I want it to be. I love animals. I love dogs. I love jujitsu. I love people. I love motivation, and that's it. What's on your page? What's on your feed? What's in your life? Like, I'm trying to make like this. Just one individual, if you have the right mindset, can not only change the atmosphere around. Like, I wanted my atmosphere to change. Again, you got black belts out there that are just dogging each other out, trash talking, and just, blue belts, purple belts, just calling each other out. And it's just ridiculous. Like, the respect factor in jiu-jitsu is no longer there for a lot of people. And I pushed that. So what did I do? I started this thing, the episode, Coffee with Coach, bringing positive vibes, because I feel like there's a need for more of this than the other thing. But this thing doesn't spread, positivity doesn't spread as fast as the negative thing, okay? For instance, I've done all these episodes trying to put out good things, but let me make one mistake out there. I make one mistake, say one thing wrong, do one thing wrong, everything else is forgotten. That one thing that I make a mistake at will spread like wildfire, without a doubt, okay? I'm very more mindful of what I say and do. Still make mistakes, but if I ever do make one to the point where it's that bad, it will spread faster than this positive stuff, no doubt. But I understand that. It's all good. I'm still going to spread the positive stuff and still make things happen. So I want my world to change around me, and I want the world to change like better overall, because there's nothing but hate. It's just hate out there, a lot of hate out there. So what am I doing? I'm doing this. So if that's you want the world to change around you, you got to change your mindset. You got to change the way you think. You can't have hate in your heart. You can't be bitter. You can't be salty. You can't have like drinking haterade everywhere, all the time. You got to spread good vibes, man. And you got to do good things. And you got to be able to handle like the stuff like the sugar cookie, the circus, and the mud flats, because they are there to test you on purpose. Life is going to test you in so many different ways. And when you get tested, will you walk up and ring the bell, or will you keep going through those conditions and then come out on the other side a different, better, more tougher, stronger individual? All right, so change the world. Don't ring that bell. Keep moving forward. Don't give up. Don't quit. That's it. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.